The marriage that will break up, whether it is in Ekulobia, whether it is in Obalande, whether it is in Benin, whether it is any. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Genevieve. For those of you meeting me for the first time, hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Genevieve and I am a Nigerian YouTuber based in the UK. It feels good to always say this. So guys, I'm an international student in the UK and I'm here with my family. On this channel, I share my lifestyle, okay? I share my life and my experience with motherhood, parenting, living in the UK right now, and all that good stuff, and of course marriage. Okay. So if you're new to this channel, welcome. This is what we do here. Consider pitching your tent here. Click the subscribe button below, share my videos, leave a comment below. So today I'm going to be talking about a very controversial topic, okay, out there, especially because we are Africans who, in the search of greener pastures, better education and better lifestyle, we've migrated to the Europe and other parts of the world abroad. So this topic is a topic that is popular amongst Africans. Okay, the reason why African marriages are splitting up and down, especially when they come to the abroad. Before I start, I want to emphasize on something. The marriage that will break up, whether it is in Ekulobia, whether it is in Obalande, whether it is in Benin, whether it is anywhere that marriage is, any marriage that will crash, that is meant to crash, that is targeted at crashing, okay, maybe due to the fact that, I don't know, whatever reason that can make the marriage crash. Any marriage that will crash. So it's not actually as a factor of the fact that they moved abroad. Okay, so if your marriage is now rickety and shaky and it's doing like this, you not carry yourself abroad, you go fall, it will scatter. I am telling you this thing for free, and I'm going to give you reasons why marriages crash here. I'm telling you, it is so real, like it is practical and literal. If your marriage is shaking, like you're having serious marriage problems, you're at the break off, there is a very high chance that when you get here, two things is either you get here and you receive sense and make it work, or as you get here, the system will help you to scatter whatever that is left of your marriage. That is the truth of it. So guys, let me not talk too much. Let me get into the reason why marriage is really scatter in the abroad, especially African marriages. In the abroad, there are factors that directly or indirectly work against marriage, like factors working against the union called marriage, working against families, and that factor is the system. The system is structured in such a way that you are caught in the rat race almost all of your life. Okay, you're trying to work, you have bills to pay, like the system is worked in such a way that you're working round the clock. So if you are two adults working round the clock to make ends meet and pay your bills, then the system is actually working against you. That is a playing ground that the system is working against you first, without you saying anything, without you doing anything. The system is against you. Now, what do I mean? Let's say you have kids, okay? It's even more when you have kids. You have kids, or even if you don't have kids, and the two adults have to do jobs, and for one reason or the other, probably if you guys are lucky enough, fortunate enough to be in the situation where the both of you can leave the house in the morning, go to your jobs, okay, and be able to maybe pay for a reminder to keep the kids or something, and then you pick them up in the evening, and the two of you comes back home in the evening and have dinner as a family and talk and knack as a family in the evening like that. You're doing well in abroad. But if you've not gotten to that stage, you're still at the stage where probably you can't afford to, pay for a reminder to watch your kids. So people have to shuffle it. One person is working in the daytime, while the other person is watching the kids, and then the other person is working in the night. That's where you are. You notice that as you're entering house, your spouse is leaving the house. As you're entering the house, people are switching. Your spouse is leaving. People hardly talk. So this was this is actually where I am right now, me too, with my husband. So we had to take calling. Like I can be on the bus station or I can be in the bus and we are talking. We just have to take talking on the phone, texting very seriously. So we're trying to catch up on gists we're in a hurry. We're trying to catch up on G's. We're trying to catch up on something. We're even trying to catch up on, doing the Lord's work. So catch up on anything. Everything is you don't have time for yourselves. You don't have time to, do the things you used to do. Catch up on your life. You have to be intentional about knowing what's up with your spouse. If not, your spouse might even be depressed and you don't even know, because you people don't even really get to see each other, maybe unless on the days you're off work or something. So you can see that system is working against you. And I have said this before and I'm going to say it again. When couples are not knacking, when they are not having sex, there is tension. So you can imagine in this cold weather, in this cold winter, you people are still hustling to make ends meet. Like, your husband is coming back home, you're leaving. He's coming back home, you're leaving. Just vice versa. Do you get? And you guys are not having that koinonia. Do you get me? There is already a problem. That is a problem. If you don't know, it's already a very big problem. So you have to be intentional about making your marriage work in this UK. So that is a part of the system. Now, besides the fact that the system has, left some indirect crack on marriages already, that people have to be intentional about safeguarding their own marriages, there are also some African factors that also destroy marriages abroad. Now, I want to say this, and I will try not to mix words with it, okay? African man. An average African man who has lived all his life in Africa or in Nigeria particularly, they are very, very entitled. Okay, coming from Africa, coming from Nigeria, there is this mindset that these men were given from growing up about marriage and the way they treat women. Although some of them have bastardized it even while in Nigeria, because even while in Nigeria, and my husband was involved in taking care of the kids, changing diapers and doing all that stuff. You get? But there are some men that will never do it. Like, they will never pick a pin in their house. They will never do anything like this for the woman to do it and die and do it and break. While for some, if they are not able to do it, they will employ all the support staff that you need. Get you a nanny, get you a help, get you a chef, get you all that stuff in Nigeria. You know that Nigeria labor is cheap, so anybody can be Odogu in Nigeria and be employing cheap labor. Now, imagine that you carry your Odogu or your Odiegu to the UK or to abroad, where labor is not cheap, guy. Labor not cheap for this country. Okay, you can see a cleaner. A cleaner is driving a Porsche car. You can see anybody is living well. There is a standard of living line that even the cleaner is living on that line. Do you understand me? So imagine that you carry your Odogu or your Odiegu all the way from Nigeria to the UK and you don't want to help your wife to do anything. You're like, it's not your place to do it. It's not your place to do it. It's the woman that will do it. The woman will do it and shrink. Now imagine the woman has to go to work. She probably works like 12 hours or less. Even if she works 8 to 12 hours in a day, imagine she does that work, comes back to the house, she does the cleaning, she does the cooking, she does the attending to the children. Wow, are you a mean person? If you do that kind of thing, someone like me, I'm just looking at you like I'll just go. See, the thing is, when you allow a woman to overwork herself, she'll just be looking at you, and before you know it, there is this feeling of disdain that she'll have towards you. You're sitting there, you cross your legs, and one person will be working. The same job that you're doing, the woman is also doing it for ends to meet. And you, on your own part, you feel it is convenient for you to sit and do nothing, help with nothing in the house. That your dog will crash your marriage. It will crash it. If you want to remain Odogu, stay in Nigeria, because you see in this UK, your ego will be bruised. You will do menial jobs, at least for starts, before you start settling. Then your ego will be crushed. It will be like when they use the mortar and pestle to pound your ego, to pound it. Abroad will humble you. It will humble you. So stay humble. So one of the reasons why abroad marriage is crashing, because the Nigerian men with their ego, they refuse to drop it. They refuse to just let it go. Let go of it. Help your wife. Whenever you're doing anything in the house, you're not doing it for your wife. You people are working as a team to get things done. I keep saying this and I will say it again. Goals over roles. It doesn't matter who cooks. It doesn't matter who cleans. It doesn't matter who changes the nappy. What matters is that it has been done. So it's not my role to do it. This is not feminism. This is teamwork. Goals, like achieving goals, achieving results over roles. It doesn't matter who pays the house rent. Yes, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who earns more money. Truth be told, because that's another aspect where the women come in. So if a woman is not earning more money than the husband, you now start feeling like what? Like what? Hello? Like what? Because you're earning more money, they will not like here for you. So it is still in the roles, goals over roles. It doesn't matter who pays the house rent. It doesn't matter who funds the vacation. It doesn't matter. When you're working as a team, when you're working in partnership with somebody, what happens is that when one party is strong at this part, the other person is holding up on the other part. So it doesn't matter. The most important thing is that we are working as a team and we are smashing goals. When you smash those goals and go on that cute family vacation, who cares who pays the bills? You are having a good vacation with your family. So that's it for the Odogu mindset and the roles over goals. Again, in this country, women are respected a whole lot. Like, there are so many laws here protecting women. Women are seen as the vulnerable people and all. After children, women. So the laws here protect women a lot. So if you've been an abusive husband and you now bring your wife to the UK, or you come with your family to the UK and you abuse her and she understands the level of rights she possesses in this country, guy, she will mess you up. By the time she calls the police on you and includes social service and all those people and will come looking into your marriage, best believe that marriage is at the brink of separation. People are going to divorce. Last. You might even go to jail on top for assaulting and doing all that to your wife. So it is not just about what the system has done. It's just about the individuals. If you don't respect your spouse in Nigeria and you don't respect your both men and women, because anybody that is abused, you can report abuse, any form of abuse, okay? So if you have formed the habit of not respecting your spouse, treating them as shit, it's not going to work in this abroad. You factor in sex in your marriage. Siba, there is this thing that sex does to marriage. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I'm telling you the truth. I'm being very realistic. Guys, factor in sex into your marriage. Anything you do, make sure you guys are having sex. I'm telling you, like good sex, great sex. It will help, okay? So imagine that your wife has got to the point where she doesn't want to do all that with you again. Come on, you people are done for. This video to be so long, so here are a few things that I am going to take out. If you're considering bringing your family to the UK and you're not sure if your marriage is going to work or not, but you're scared about all the things out there, that your wife is going to do this to you or your husband is going to do this to you, you're just afraid. Here are a few things that will help you to just be calming down. One, you see that Odogu or Odiegu mindset, that your Odogu or Odiegu mindset, I beg you in the name of God, leave it in Nigeria or leave it in Africa where you're coming from. Drop it to your mom, drop it with your sisters, all those people that have been enabling you, with your Odogu or Odiegu mindset. Please just leave it with them, drop it with them to maybe keep it for you, or they can trash it, whatever they want to do with it. You're moving on, you're going to a new system, you're going to a new environment, you're going to a new country. So start afresh with a humble mindset, a mindset of partnership, a mindset that your wife is your partner, your wife is your helpmate, not that your wife is your slave, or your wife is your nanny, or your wife is your cook, or your wife is your this. She has to roll on the floor to serve you food. She has to do that to serve you food. She has to cook and pass on the table. She will continue to do it. So in the morning, let's say she works all through the night, comes back from work, she has to enter into the kitchen and prepare breakfast for you that was at home all night sleeping. Guys, please leave that Odogu mindset. When your wife is at work, cook. It's even worse when the woman has already prepared food. Eh? After preparing the food, you put the food in the fridge, in the freezer and the fridge, you stored it up, and the woman has to go out, come back, and you cannot even as much as bring out stew from the refrigerator and warm it and boil rice. And you brag and say you can't boil water. Go and learn how to boil water and boil rice. Guys, there's an adage in my place now that I'm market man. You will learn it though. The system will humble you. You will learn it. You will learn it. You will learn to fix something for the house and for the kids to eat. No matter how little, you will learn to do that. Okay? So, pack your odogu and odiegu mindset. Whether odogu or odiegu, whichever one you are, just try to keep it somewhere. Okay? Just know, prepare your mind that Obodo Yibo will bruise your ego. Obodo Yibo will bruise your ego. Your ego will be bruised. You will be humbled. I'm saying this from experience, guys. It will humble you. It will humble you. Okay? Coming from a place where you know how you were in Nigeria, maybe you were comfortable, very comfortable, and you had a lot of help around you. And all of a sudden, you don't have all that. Okay? You have driver, chef, nanny, all that stuff. And you're here now because labor is not cheap. You can't be able to afford all those things, especially when you're still starting. You might still be able to afford all that in the future. Do you get? But you're still starting. Okay, you can't be doing all that. You just have to be humble that you're starting afresh, and it's fine. You'll be all right. So that is one. Your ego will be squeezed and bruised. Is it that you have the money or you don't? You get the work done. I don't know why I find this funny. I'm a witch. Finally, okay, be complete as a man or a woman. You don't have to, if you feel insecure that your wife is earning more money or more salary than you, there's a problem with you. Okay? If you feel insecure about that as a man, you really need to do something about, your self-esteem. You need to do something about it. It's not a woman's problem. You don't expect her to turn down a well-paying job because your ego is bruised or something. You feel bad about it or what? No. Then for the woman, if you feel like because you're not earning more money, you're not the man of the house, there's also something wrong with you. There's something really wrong with you. So everybody, just check yourself, arrange your life very well. Just know that you are whole, you are complete as a human being, whole and complete as a human being. That the factors that complete you is not dependent on the number of cars or how much you earn, or whether you're in Nigeria or whether you're in the abroad. Be whole. Be whole as a human being. There is something that comes with being whole as a person. So that anywhere you find yourself, the wind of life will blow you, but you know that you are complete. You know who you are. Do you understand me? So work on your personal yourself. It's very easy for you to point at people as the problem, but you look at your life. Check yourself out. Am I okay? Am I actually the problem? Do you get? So guys, I've come to the end of this video. I hope you're able to take out some things. Please, there are lots of things that makes marriages crash, and I want this thing to be interactive. So leave a comment below. Tell me, what do you think that's things that are making marriages to crash in the abroad? If you have stories, please, let's gist about this thing. Remember, this is just to get a people. Make me gist, not gist with a gist like this, guys. Okay, guys, thank you so much for staying glued on Gist with Genevieve. It's been very end. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. If it made you happy, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. And to all my new viewers who have not subscribed to my channel, guys, if you've watched to this point, you are family. Just click the subscribe button, okay? And pitch your tent here. And pitch your tent here. Pitch your tent here. Okay, guys, see you in my next video. Bye.